Well, hey, Monster Truck fans, welcome back for another all-new and exciting episode of TMB TV right here on themonsterblog.com. You know, it's been an incredible season here in 2010. We've been bringing you events all over the country, and it's been a great time. One of the first episodes we did this year was the four-wheel Jamboree Nationals in Springfield, Missouri, the great show that we bring to you every year on the Monster Blog, and you knew that the championship battle this year was going to be a good one because Dan Runte and that great-looking retro-style Bigfoot and Mark Hall and the newly responsored Ram Trucks Raminator with the great-looking new paint scheme, you knew it was going to be a great battle because they made the finals each show in Springfield, and it was actually Bigfoot coming out of the weekend with the points lead. But as the tour progressed, as happens most years, Hall Brothers Racing starting up again with the domination of the tour. Last time out, however, in Rochester, Minnesota, Bigfoot once again goes 2 for 3, and that gives us a championship bout with two of the biggest names in the sport here this weekend as the tour returns to one of the most historic venues in monster trucks, the Indiana State Fairgrounds here in Indianapolis. It's great to be back, and it's going to be a great weekend. You know why? Because they've got a brand new race course here in Indianapolis. The family events crew sat down and they said, we want something more than straight line. We want to make a real driver's course, and it's hard to describe. You're going to have to wait for the track analysis for us to really show you how involved this track is going to be for the drivers here with the title on the line. Here's the chase picture. Dan Runte and Bigfoot, if he wants to win it outright, has to take all three of the racing events. That's a pretty tough task, but Dan is on a hot streak right now after beating Jimmy Cretin 2 nights in a row out at one of the toughest tracks in monster trucks at RMR, which you saw on TMB TV's new series MT Unlimited that Colby Marshall's been doing a great job with. Well, fans, we're getting ready for all the action. In addition to the Bigfoot and Raminator, lots of other great stories. Matt Dishman stepping into the seat of Rammunition after Jeremy stepping away from the sport for just a little while, and he's going to be going head-to-head with all these big names. You've got the Noelkes, the Koehler, the Bergerons. Those guys are going to be dominating in freestyle, and they're pretty tough in racing too. It's going to be a great weekend, and as if that wasn't enough, Jocelyn Perrin debuting a brand new chassis here. They're going to do some test and tune on that high-maintenance machine built by Concussion Engineering. Rich Inman and his group do a great job, and we'll be bringing you more of that as well. Tons of great features, tons of great action. That's what you see on TMB TV, and it's coming up for you right now. Well, fans, we told you about all the great storylines here in Indianapolis this weekend, and one of the biggest is this great new track design that the Family Events crew has come up with here, and it's going to produce some incredibly exciting racing. I think some of the best that we've presented to you on the Monster Blog in quite some time, going back to the days of MLMT, and in our first episode of MT Unlimited, you got to see the great racing out in Salt Lake City. Well, this is another innovative course, and it's going to have some great racing with a championship on the line here in Indianapolis this weekend. So without further ado, we're going to start telling you about this wild course, and it starts right here below us. Right out here on the asphalt of the Indiana State Fairgrounds, they have constructed a great dirt tabletop right here. You're going to have the truck starting right down here, start line at the bottom, side by side. They're going to line it up, and when the green light goes, it'll be coming up and over the tabletop right here and charging down towards the pit area. Now right there you see the turning poles. They got some big tractor tires there. That is when the driver is going to throw it into a hard slide, pull it back around, and start charging down this front stretch. Now you note that there is an incredible amount of run-up space here to this two-car set. Shallow ramps, yes, but with that much run-up space and what gear they'll be hitting that in, you're going to be seeing them getting a lot of air as they fly down towards the far end of the fairgrounds. Once again, another big tire used as a turning pole. They're going to swing around the outside, back to the inside, probably side by side, and then charge back to their respective lanes. Same car set you saw before, they'll be going back over it the other way. Once again, catching a ton of air as they head back down towards the pit area turn, around the tractor tire one more time, and now it is full out everything you've got coming up here to the tabletop. And fans, this is going to produce some incredible side-by-side monster truck racing. Big kudos to the Family Events crew for a great track. We are ready for a great weekend. It's Bigfoot versus Raminator for the championship. 6 more great trucks. Little Miss Dangerous, a new truck for freestyle, and the Airdog diesel. All that and more coming up for you. Show number 1 right here on TMB TV. finals, and at the cost of a motor in the Raminator. You just saw it explode. Mark Hall and the Raminator is your 2010 Monster Truck Thunder Drags champion. All he had to do was take one win here this weekend. It was going to be tough for Dan and Bigfoot. He had to take all 3 wins to be the champion, and a big first round defeat from Gator. And Mark Hall and the Raminator absolutely flawless here in monster truck racing on a great course by the special events crew. They really did a great job with this here. Hall Brothers Racing putting all their best stuff forward, and at the cost of one of those expensive Hemi motors. Mark Hall, the big racing winner here tonight, Friday night in Indy, and he is your 2010 champion. Congratulations to Mark, the Hall Brothers Racing team, all the folks with Ram Trucks who sponsor him. A big win and a big championship, but we still got lots more coming up this weekend, and we're going to get down there and talk to some of these drivers.